Today we're going to make a delicious food that you can enjoy all year round, at special occasions, and even during the Daniel fast. Today we're going to be making the black bean mango salsa. This is in our Daniel Fast cookbook. It's on page 28, and doesn't this just look delicious? I can't wait to show you how to make the black bean mango salsa. I'm Annette Reeder, the Biblical Nutritionist, and I'm serving God's recipe for excellent health so that you can have the most abundant life ever. Thanks for watching. Be sure and subscribe down below, and I can't wait to hear your comments, to read your comments about how you like this recipe, or maybe how you change it up a little bit to make it uniquely yours. I am totally a wild cook, or I should say cooking intuitively. I should say hashtag cooking intuitively, because every time I make my recipes, they're always different. And so you'll notice in these cookbooks, there's always a lot of white space. So you can make notes of how to change it up, how to make it different, who liked it, who didn't like it, and that's very important for when you go back to make it again. So don't forget to get this Daniel Fast book. I'll put a link to it down below, and also the Daniel Fast course that we have. But for now, let's get started making the black bean mango salsa. To get started, we're going to go ahead and add our black beans to our bowl. To that, we're going to add 2 mangoes that have been peeled and diced. If you don't know how to cut a mango, then I have a video for that, and I'll attach that link down below. I also have a really good video on how to shop for a good mango plus the health benefits. To this, we're going to go ahead and add our green pepper and our red pepper. You can already tell by the colors that this is going to be just a beautiful dish to serve any season, any holiday, any special occasion, or just to enjoy for yourself. Look at those colors. Are they not just popping out with beautiful colors? Okay, so to this we're going to go ahead and add our pineapple juice. Now for doing this on the Daniel Fast, I don't recommend much juice in your diet just because of the high sugar content. This is an organic pineapple juice. It has no added sweeteners, and I only used a half a cup versus 3/4 a cup that it recommends in the recipe. So that way we really are just getting the fruit. Now we're going to juice some limes. A couple different ways that you can juice a lime. One is with this type of a juicer, just this handheld juicer. We need a half a cup. So that's typically 1 or 1.5 limes. I don't want to leave any lime juice in that lime. I want every bit of it into our salsa. This really perks up the flavor. I'm going to go ahead and do the second half, only this time I'm going to use our juicer. I'm going to put it in like that and flip it over like this, and it's going to automatically just pour out all of the juice that's in that lime. That's actually the fastest way to do it. And now to this we're going to add our ground cumin. Now if you are a culinary chef, or you want to be, the best idea would have been to add the cumin into the pineapple juice first before adding it to the salsa to make sure it is thoroughly blended. Okay, we have, oh, if you could just smell this, you would already be salivating because you would be hungry just because of smelling all of these flavors and scents and aromas. Okay, next we're going to cut our cilantro. Cilantro is really has made its name when it comes to salsas and how it adds to the flavor, and it just really gives it a delightful bite in the salsa. I don't really need the stems. There's nothing wrong with adding the stems to your salsa, and definitely putting them in some vegetable broth. If you're making your own homemade vegetable broth, I would save the stems for that. So you can see I'm just going to go ahead and remove all of the stems here, mostly because people just don't like to see the stems in the salsa. It just looks prettier if you just use the leaves. And my cilantro kind of got all bunched up. If it had stayed in a nice flat arrangement the way it comes from the store, that leaf didn't look good, so I'm going to throw that out. And there's a couple ways of cutting these up. I have a favorite way, and then I have the usual way. So the usual way is just taking a knife and just kind of chopping them up in the smaller pieces. So you can see that, just until they keep getting smaller. You don't want them too big because some people just don't like that much of a burst of flavor from the cilantro in each bite. I love using my herb shears. Now it's kind of hard once they've been trimmed up like this, but just taking them, and I get nice, beautiful, tiny pieces of the leaves. It makes like 4 cuts at one time, and it just makes life easy. I don't mind cooking from scratch. I just don't want to take the time of cooking from scratch, so I love a lot of the kitchen tools that I use, and these are the herb shears, and yeah, they are fantastic. So you can kind of see that. Now that wasn't the amount. I'll add some more later, just to give you an idea how to add that in. To this, we're going to add just a pinch of salt, and literally just a pinch to brighten up the flavors. And we're going to put in some freshly milled black pepper. And that just gives it an overall balanced flavor that I know you are going to love. So there we go. There's our black bean mango salsa. This would be perfect to go on top of a salad. And while I'm talking, I'm just going to add a few more leaves. On top of a salad, on top of you could have it with some chips. It definitely could be your main course. If you were on the Daniel fast, it would be definitely a main course or a side dish. If you're not on the Daniel fast, then you could actually top this on top of your burgers. And it would just taste amazing. I'm not one who usually eats the bun with the burger. In fact, I just prefer to put my burger as a foundation to my meal, and then put salsa and other dishes on top of my hamburger. All right, so we're just going to serve this up. Set that aside there. We're going to serve this up. Doesn't that just look delicious? I cannot wait to enjoy this dish. This is just, you can just smell it. Like I said, it smells really good in here. So there you go. There's our black bean mango salsa, and I know it's going to taste as good as it looks. Thanks for watching this video about making the black bean mango salsa. I can't wait to read your comments down below. Annette Reeder, the Biblical Nutritionist, serving God's recipe for excellent health.